The Confident Heart, From Fear to Love, Chapter 8, Trusting Your Friendly Universe. From a young age, we are expected to take part in a game that we never agreed to play. Before we have the chance to question the rules, we find ourselves on a competitive battlefield where victory depends on the defeat of others. Our conditioning starts subtly, often disguised as innocent fun, and escalates into a dominant cultural narrative that shapes our perception of reality as constantly threatening. We come to believe that we must compete with each other in order to survive. Consider the classic board games of our childhood, what Germans meaningfully call Gesellschaftsspiele, society games. While seemingly harmless, many are masterclasses in ego training. They subtly teach us to hoard resources, view other players as obstacles, and celebrate their losses as our gains. We learn that strategy involves hiding intentions, bluffing, and sometimes even cheating to win. The underlying message is clear: connection is secondary to competition. To get ahead, others must fall behind. This early training is powerfully reinforced by the media we consume as adults. Despite its label, the news is rarely about important information. It is a product designed for consumption. Its business model depends on captivating our attention. Since our brains tend to focus on negative information, fear and danger are irresistibly compelling. We become addicted to the adrenaline rush that comes with catastrophe, constantly refreshing our feeds to confirm that the world is indeed a dangerous place. This constant stream of threats keeps our nervous system in a state of alarm, priming us perfectly for life in the inner fortress. Furthermore, much of our entertainment serves as fear programming. Violent television shows, films, and video games don't just show us that the world is dangerous, they make us experience it for ourselves. We spend hours normalizing aggression, simulating survival in hostile environments, and conditioning our subconscious to anticipate threats at every turn. This isn't just storytelling, it's repetitive, immersive rehearsal for conflict that embeds the need for protection deep into our psyche. All these influences work together and constantly program us to believe that mistrust and defense are not only useful, but essential for survival. This indoctrination into a hostile worldview creates a self-reinforcing cycle. The more we believe that the world is dangerous, the more we seek to protect ourselves from it. However, it is precisely this barricading that often reinforces the fear it is supposed to reduce, thus maintaining an endless cycle of anxiety. We invest in the illusion of external security, more complex alarm systems, taller fences, or larger insurance policies as armor against perceived threats. While practical caution has its place, when these actions are driven by fear, they send a continuous, subconscious message to our nervous system. You are not safe. The danger is real and ever present. We become prisoners of our own defenses, and the world outside the walls appears increasingly frightening. This comes at a significant energetic cost. When the mind is focused on threats, it operates like a filter, noticing evidence of danger more often and easily overlooking gestures of kindness and cooperation. By radiating fear and defensiveness, we unconsciously push aside the connections and opportunities that a supportive universe creates for us. People sense our barriers and either respond accordingly or simply move towards more open, welcoming energies. In our attempt to control safety, we actively push away the organic, spontaneous support that a friendly universe provides. We get what we expect, a world that confirms our deepest fears. This is not because the world is inherently malicious, but because we have trained ourselves to see it as such. If our perception of a hostile world is learned, then the most freeing act is to choose a new lens. Your personal universe is a reflection of your inner state. This is not a mystical concept, but a practical guiding principle. An inner world at battle with itself, governed by the inner protector's fears, will perceive a battlefield full of threats and competitors that must be defended against. In contrast, an inner world at peace, anchored in the heart, will perceive a place of potential for connection and collaborative growth. Choosing to see a friendly universe is not naive optimism, but a conscious choice to practice trust. Redirecting your daily attention is a courageous discipline. This does not mean ignoring real challenges, but refusing to let them define your entire reality. It means deciding to look for helpful people, noticing synchronicities, feeling the sun on your skin, and collecting these moments as evidence of a world that fundamentally supports you. Essentially, you are training your brain's filter to view the world differently. This brings us to the empowering realization that we are part of the source. The friendliness of our world is not the result of external luck. It is a quality that radiates from within. This new reality is generated by the inner sanctuary you cultivated in Chapter 4. When you breathe into your heart and connect with its innate peace and warmth, you create waves of safety around you. In its reflective wisdom, your personal universe mirrors these frequencies back to you in the form of kinder interactions, unexpected support, and an unshakable sense of being held. You are not a victim of the world you see, but a co-creator of it. Footnote: more on this here. A kind of magic manifesting from your heart. These are practical ways to detoxify your perception and actively cultivate trust in a supportive reality. Conscious media consumption. Just as you would avoid food that makes you ill, choose to avoid media that fills you with fear and violence. This doesn't mean ignoring the world, but rather shifting your focus towards content that inspires, educates, and connects you. You will notice that your baseline anxiety decreases and your sense of possibilities increases when you stop constantly feeding your inner protector. The Gratitude and Synchronicity Journal. Make this a daily ritual. Each evening, write down 3 specific things you are grateful for that day. Then, note down 1 friendly wink from your personal universe, a meaningful coincidence, an act of unexpected kindness, or a song on the radio that answered a silent question. This practice systematically retrains your brain to look out for evidence of support and connection, and helps you to develop the belief that the universe is on your side. Seeking echoes of the heart. Your environment acts as a resonance chamber for your inner state. Seek out friendships, circles, or communities with people who embody trust and collaboration. Spend time in places where the dominant energy is one of openness and mutual support, such as a meditation group, a nature club, or a community garden. In these spaces, your growing trust will be reflected, validated, and amplified. Trusting in your friendly universe is one of the most transformative acts you can undertake. It is a quiet declaration that you are no longer playing by the old rules shaped by fear. As you consciously withdraw your energy from the ego's stories of separation and threat, and instead invest it in the quiet cultivation of inner trust, your world will literally transform before your eyes. You will step out of the struggle and into the flow, discovering the deep truth that your personal universe has always been on your side. It was simply waiting for you to believe in its support.